In a small, unassuming town nestled in the heart of the countryside, there lived a man named Daniel. He was known for his intelligence, his wit, and his warm smile that could light up even the darkest of days. But hidden behind that facade was a struggle that no one could see, a battle that raged within his mind. It was a battle against the habits that threatened to destroy his brain. 1. The whispering shadows. The first habit that Daniel grappled with was one that had become all too common in the digital age: the addiction to screens. His days were spent glued to his smartphone, his tablet, and his computer. Whether he was scrolling through social media, binge-watching TV shows, or playing mindless games, the screens had become a constant companion. He would stay up late into the night, unable to tear himself away from the hypnotic glow of the screen. As the months turned into years, Daniel noticed a change in himself. His once sharp memory began to falter. He would forget important dates, appointments, and even the names of people he had known for years. His ability to concentrate waned, and he found it increasingly difficult to focus on tasks that required sustained attention. The addiction to screens was slowly but surely eroding his cognitive abilities. One day, as he was mindlessly scrolling through his social media feed, he came across an article about the harmful effects of screen addiction on the brain. It was a wake-up call. He realized that his habits were destroying his brain, and he needed to make a change. 2. The lure of instant gratification. The second habit that threatened to destroy Daniel's brain was his addiction to instant gratification. He had become accustomed to the quick fixes that the digital world provided: the likes on his social media posts, the notifications on his phone, and the instant access to information. He craved the rush of dopamine that these small rewards provided. As Daniel reflected on his life, he realized that the pursuit of instant gratification was robbing him of the opportunity to achieve meaningful, long-term goals. He understood that true fulfillment came from the satisfaction of accomplishing something significant, not from the fleeting pleasures of the moment. 3. The seduction of sedentary living. Another habit that Daniel grappled with was the sedentary lifestyle that had become the norm in modern society. His job required him to sit at a desk for long hours, and when he wasn't working, he would often relax by watching TV or playing video games. Physical activity had become a distant memory. The lack of exercise was taking a toll on his brain. Studies had shown that regular physical activity was not only beneficial for the body but also crucial for cognitive health. Exercise increased blood flow to the brain, promoted the growth of new neurons, and enhanced memory and cognitive function. Daniel knew he needed to break free from the sedentary lifestyle that was slowly eroding his brain. He started by incorporating short walks into his daily routine. Gradually, he began to exercise more regularly, and he even joined a local fitness class. The change was transformative. He felt more alert, focused, and energized. The fog that had clouded his mind began to lift. 4. The battle against stress. Stress was another formidable adversary that threatened to destroy Daniel's brain. The demands of his job, combined with the pressures of everyday life, had pushed him to the brink. He found himself constantly on edge, unable to relax, and plagued by anxiety. Chronic stress, he knew, was a silent killer of brain cells. It triggered the release of cortisol, a hormone that could be toxic to the brain in excessive amounts. It disrupted neural connections, impaired memory, and even shrank the hippocampus, the of the brain responsible for learning and memory. Daniel realized that if he didn't find a way to manage his stress, it would continue to wreak havoc on his brain. He started practicing mindfulness meditation, which helped him gain control over his racing thoughts and find moments of peace amidst the chaos. He also began to prioritize self-care and sought support from a therapist to better cope with the sources of stress in his life. 5. The siren song of substance abuse. One of the most insidious habits that threatened to destroy Daniel's brain was his occasional but dangerous flirtation with substance abuse. When life became overwhelming, he would turn to alcohol or prescription drugs to numb the pain. It started as a way to escape, but it quickly spiraled out of control. Substance abuse was a one-way ticket to the abyss, a path that led to addiction, mental health issues, and irreparable damage to the brain. Daniel had seen friends and acquaintances fall victim to this destructive habit, and he knew that he was teetering on the edge. Realizing the gravity of the situation, Daniel sought help. He joined a support group, started therapy, and gradually weaned himself off the substances that had been his crutch. It was a painful and challenging journey, but he knew it was the only way to save his brain and his life. 6. The importance of sleep. Throughout his struggle with these destructive habits, Daniel had overlooked one crucial aspect of brain health: sleep. His erratic sleep patterns, fueled by late-night screen time and the constant quest for instant gratification, had wreaked havoc on his circadian rhythms. Sleep deprivation was another silent destroyer of brain cells. It impaired cognitive function, memory consolidation, and emotional regulation. Daniel often found himself irritable, forgetful, and unable to think clearly. Recognizing the significance of sleep, he embarked on a mission to prioritize it. He created a bedtime routine, established a consistent sleep schedule, and made his sleep environment conducive to rest. The transformation was remarkable. With each night of restful sleep, he felt his brain rejuvenating and his cognitive abilities improving. 7. The road to redemption. As the years passed, Daniel's journey to break free from these destructive habits was not without its setbacks. There were moments of weakness, relapses, and moments of doubt. But he persevered, drawing strength from the knowledge that he was fighting for his brain, his well-being, and his future. Slowly but surely, the fog that had once clouded his mind began to lift. His memory sharpened, his focus improved, and his cognitive abilities flourished. He found joy in pursuing long-term goals, in savoring the journey rather than seeking quick fixes. His relationships deepened as he learned to be present and patient. 8. The power of lifelong learning. As Daniel's journey to overcome destructive habits continued, he stumbled upon a new habit that would enrich his life and further safeguard his brain: lifelong learning. He had always been curious, but his addiction to screens had stifled his intellectual pursuits. Now, with a newfound focus and determination, he sought to expand his horizons. Daniel delved into books on a wide range of topics, from science to philosophy, history to art. He attended lectures, workshops, and seminars. His brain, once dulled by mindless scrolling, began to light up with excitement as he absorbed new knowledge and ideas. He discovered that the brain thrived on stimulation, and the more he learned, the more he craved knowledge. 9. Cultivating healthy relationships. Another vital aspect of brain health that Daniel worked on was cultivating healthy relationships. He had realized that his addiction to screens and the pursuit of instant gratification had taken a toll on his connections with others. He had become distant, distracted, and often unavailable when his friends and family needed him. Through introspection and effort, Daniel sought to rebuild and strengthen his relationships. He prioritized spending quality time with loved ones, offering his undivided attention during conversations. He learned the art of active listening and empathy, understanding that fostering deep connections was not only emotionally rewarding but also beneficial for his brain. 10. The quest for mindfulness. Mindfulness had been instrumental in Daniel's battle against stress, but he found that it had even broader implications for his brain health. By practicing mindfulness regularly, he learned to live in the present moment, free from the distractions of the digital world and the anxieties of the past and future. Mindfulness meditation became an integral of his daily routine. It allowed him to observe his thoughts and emotions without judgment, enabling him to better understand his own mind. Over time, he became more self-aware and better equipped to regulate his emotions, which further protected his brain from the damaging effects of chronic stress. 11. The legacy of transformation. As Daniel looked back on his journey, he couldn't help but marvel at how far he had come. He had transformed from a person on the brink of losing his cognitive abilities to someone who was thriving in every aspect of life. His story was a testament to the power of resilience, self-awareness, and the determination to change destructive habits. In conclusion, Daniel's journey from the brink of self-destruction to a life filled with purpose, meaning, and vibrant brain health was a testament to the incredible resilience of the human brain and spirit. He had conquered the destructive habits that had threatened to destroy his brain, and in doing so, he had unlocked the full potential of his mind.